Yeah. Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and whatever else you want to call yourself. We're back. You can't get rid of us. We're like plague. Funny enough, talking about the plague, my co-host appears to have the plague.
Well, that's
Personally,
what it sounds
I
like.
think it's something that was sent by the government to try and silence him. All of you that agree with me, let me know. So, Nomad, are you ready to unleash your ranting?
Yeah. We're not going to go into any stories right now. We'll try and do a story thing tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Jenson,
Uh-oh.
what is or how did the British Empire refer to the island of Japan?
You really don't necessarily want me to. Well, I will say this live, but are you sure that's what you want me to do?
Yeah.
I believe the term was a bunch of slant eyes.
Well,
You are.
that's not what I meant.
Okay.
When you
Hey,
put it
but that.
on maps and stuff, what did you use?
Oh, Nippon.
Okay. Now, what did you call the Japanese for short?
Nips.
Could you
And if they're
explain to
children,
me? All right.
we call them nippers.
Okay.
Are you alive?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, bye.
Bye.
Yes, we are alive.
No, he's still here. We're stuck with him. It's a bit like us, can't get rid of it. We are the plague.
Yeah, I found
It's like that guy. We are the media. No, we are the plague.
it.
Actually, I like that. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Do carry on, Nomad.
Banter's ranting bullshit.
The links are in various places. Do you want me to send it to you?
Find it.
It's it. Okay. Good.
Now, why am I going off on this?
I have no idea, but I've got a horrible feeling my comments are going to get bad.
It sounds like you're just rambling, actually.
You can say I'm rambling.
Has he been hit over the head?
No, he's just not well, mate.
Why hasn't he been hit over the head?
Your assassin failed again.
Wasn't my assassin this time.
I told you it was the aliens. I knew it.
No,
one believes me.
It wasn't the aliens there because they said they've gone on holiday for a week.
Oh,
shut up.
It was your cat, right? Gotcha. That's who did it.
It's the cat girls. Okay, we'll go from there.
Nothing about cat. He's a very male cat.
Tell me what the negative connotation of nip is.
It hurts.
No, right.
Not
Technically. Go on, you first.
It's really speaking, none. It's just a shortening of Nipponese. It's like, to be perfectly honest, Paki is not really a slur. They make it out to be a slur, but it isn't. It's just a shortening of Pakistani.
Yes.
Yeah,
technically, when you guys call us Brits, we actually have the right to be offended because technically,
no, we don't. We're white.
No. All right. Okay. Non-white scum British people have the right to be offended. There you go.
It's just like calling a Scotsman a Scot.
Yep.
Or an Irishman a thick laybout bastard. I mean,
Paddy.
Yeah.
Trust me, we're okay with Paddy. We really are.
What do you mean we? You're French.
Shut up, Scott.
Closer Irish than you are, then.
and what was the term you used and came up with during the Revolutionary War for us colonials?
Colonials.
Exactly, colonials.
Not for us.
What did we go? What did we call you then?
Yankee
I didn't
Doodle.
think Yankee came. I didn't think that came about for a while. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Yankee Doodle came about, though,
Yeah.
as a derogatory term
Yes, because stuck a feather in his cap and called it macaroni.
Yes.
Basically said they've got no style, no sophistication.
Right.
Yeah, but I actually thought that came about during the American Civil War. Apologies, I didn't actually realise. Cool.
Oh,
Something- learn
Yankee
something
Doodle
new.
went to town just to ride a pony. Oh, I am that Yankee Doodle boy, see? James Cagney.
Oh, I was beginning to wonder which accent he was going for because I definitely caught about
I
4.
love how he's a great American hero, stage and screen. And he was first generation Irish.
Hey, what can I say? We're that good. I am technically second generation, so I'm allowed to claim it.
Yeah, I've got Irish in me as well. Ah, fiddly dee potato.
Yeah, potato,
He keeps trying to get out.
The potato keeps coming up. Now, the
Yeah,
difference
Jenson's
was
got some Irish.
the-
Do you know that, Nomad? Jenson's got Irish in him. Yeah.
yeah, but the
You
difference
wonder
in
why
this
you've
case,
never heard. You wonder why you haven't heard from Nerd for a while.
but the difference in this case was when you called us Americans Yankees, we took that and we accepted it,
Yeah,
and we made it and we turned it around.
When you called us limeys, we did the same.
All right.
yeah.
Well, the term limey came about because of World War II.
Because of Captain Cook.
Right. Well, it wasn't that. It's that when so many of the troops went over there, one of the mainstays was lima beans.
Yeah.
No, actually, it wasn't. It was because British sailors, because of Captain Cook, forced to have limes.
Yes, to
Because
fill up
limes
this
and sauerkraut and stuff like that staved off scurvy.
sea.
You know,
Yep.
that's a possibility too. I always
No,
heard
it's
it was
not a
from the lima
possibility.
beans,
That's
though,
the actual truth.
which are disgusting food and fits
I've
right
got
along
no
with the
problem
British
with that.
diet.
Which you
Right,
know nothing about.
first of all, no, hold the hell right up right now. You can stop there, okay? We had a really bad diet during World War II because we got no effing supplies.
Yeah.
Our food nowadays is actually really quite amazing when it comes to its representation.
Was before World War II as well.
Yeah, true. I wouldn't know I went around.
Yeah, and nobody over here knows what a fucking lima bean is.
Actually, yeah, what is a good point? I've heard of them. Do we have another name for them, Batman?
Probably not. Probably some
Okay.
American thing that they think. Wait, have you never noticed America? Whenever they do do anything that's set in not America,
Uh-huh.
it's always like, oh, it's still America, only they've got different accents this time
Pretty much, yeah.
because they don't know how the rest of the world works.
This is also true.
It's not that we don't know how the rest of the world works. We don't care.
Yes, it
You
is.
just don't care. No, actually, no. I'm agreeing with Nomad. It's not that they don't know; they just don't care.
It's right. Let's be reasonable. It's both.
I'll accept that statement too.
Because
You
I mean,
don't care.
half
You're not gonna care.
half of the Americans you will ask will think that Africa is somewhere in Texas.
Mm.
Half of the Americans you ask think that Iraq is in Canada.
And then when you ask half the Americans you've already asked to point out Texas on the map, they'll probably point at Washington D.C.
If they even hit America.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
But yes,
my point is when you called us Yankees,
yes, we did.
we didn't care.
Scum sucking bastards.
All right, we didn't care, and we
Mhm.
actually took it on as a sense of pride. And this carries on.
Yes.
You did care originally because you complained about it.
No, we didn't.
I don't know.
The
I-
whole thing
I
of
can
naming
pull- I-
things like Yankee schooners and everything
can
else,
pull-
we did.
I
We
can
took
pull up-
it on almost immediately.
I can pull up Twitter comments and letters to the editor and shit like that if you want. I might have made them up 10 minutes ago, but I could pull
You can do that. There are people who don't like the term Yankee from the South.
yeah, because they don't consider themselves Yankees. They consider the Northerners Yankees, as they call them. Damn Yankees!
Yes,
Exactly.
That is what they do. Right. So there's that aspect of it. But
Even though
overall, in
technically
America,
the North are
overall
Unionists.
Americans, however, it was already accepted. Like I said, it was popular. right? We was popularized even in our own mythology,
Mm-hmm.
right? So we took something that was supposed to be a pejorative, right? And we made it for ourselves into something entirely different. Now, my whole point with this was there is a sportscaster who
Mm-hmm.
she's female, she's from Korea, and somebody made an off-color joke, all right, and using the term nips,
Mm-hmm.
and they're claiming that this is on the par with the N-word, right? Now, the
Wow.
N-word is not the same
No,
in any
that's
way,
got
shape, or form because the N-word was like it was meant to be a pejorative.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, originally it wasn't. It actually comes from the Spanish word for black.
No.
But
But
that's
in
what.
America we had that term. We had the term Negro. Okay,
Yeah,
all
it
right.
developed into a pejorative. It wasn't
No,
originally, is what
they
I'm saying.
made that they see they didn't even shorten it. They just turned it.
Well, it also in North America. It also it comes from two places. It comes from the Spanish word, and it also comes from how people in the Deep South pronounce the word Negro.
Mm-hmm.
No, because the people in the
That's
South. Look,
something I've
I've
heard.
been in the South for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, but that is something I've
They
actually.
pronounce Negro like everybody else does. Right? Yes, they have a bit of an accent, but it is not even close to the N word.
Mm-hmm. Nomad. What I've said is something I've taken off. Of videos I've seen by the likes of Thomas Sowell. Yeah, who knows far more about this subject than any
Well,
three people here.
he's there are things that Thomas Sowell is phenomenal about, right? And his research, to be honest, is impeccable. But I can tell you, after going down south in the various different southern cities, how they pronounce things and the termination with it, it was an intentional type of slurring of the word.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it was meant to be a pejorative. All right.
Yeah.
Now, it's meant that way for a long time. Okay, nips was not meant to be a pejorative in and of itself.
No,
Okay, that's
no,
not
it's
saying that people
because
didn't have prejudices or anything else. In fact,
oh
the
yeah,
only time that you put that and it becomes associated with that is because of World War II propaganda and a little bit
and bad
afterwards.
joke. I mean, one of the jokes I remember is what's the Japanese fighter pilot got in common with cold weather? There's a nasty nip in the air. You knew that was coming, didn't you?
I did.
So did the radar operators.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Banzai.
but the thing is the reaction to this off-color joke, right? Now I can see why the nitwit female, all right, and she's not a nitwit because of this, but she's a nitwit female, all right, could be offended by it because her family's from Korea. Being called Japanese is not is to them is a pejorative anyway.
Shouldn't she just point out? I'm sorry, I'm not Japanese. I'm Korean. We actually do look different, and they do.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
yes.
no, they do look different. They
There's
look different
massive
than
difference.
they look different than China too, although
I
much
mean,
closer than what the way Japanese look.
Japanese people tend to have some features which you could say strike a resemblance with European people in the facial structure. I mean, not entirely, obviously, but there are some features that look like they could have look like they've had a bit of European in them when they actually haven't.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
If you understand my
people that
meaning.
grow up in those regions can identify instantly.
Hold
Right?
on, you've got it wrong. It's people who glow up in those regions, in those legions. Yes, he shoots, he scores.
You're going to kill him. Stop it. Leave the
Set
poor
me
guy
off on another
alone.
coughing fit.
Yeah.
But the problem is I'm so sick and tired of people thinking that these things are pejoratives when they weren't really pejoratives. They weren't meant as pejoratives.
It's
Now,
deliberately
I
doing
can say things. All right, in the United States, nips was not really a term for us, right? Because it's
No, you
British.
gook.
All right, we
Yeah,
called
you
them
went gook.
no, right?
Really?
During World War II, we shortened it
Mhm.
because we do the same thing. We shorten words.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right? We called them
everybody
Japs
does.
because we refer to Japan as Japan.
True. True.
Yeah.
All right.
We did as well, but the Japanese back then called it Nippon. That's where we got the term.
But we didn't.
Japanese.
Now you
Hold up, both of you. Pause a sec. Shirati has said, "Mr. the Plague strikes again." She's not wrong.
Right.
It's
You do.
because Nomad has had his inoculations, which means they've given him a double dose of the plague.
Oh my God, that's what it is. You have the couth.
Yeah.
I do not have. I have a normal chest cold, folks.
Yeah, tell
I know.
the truth, Nomad. You've had a nice bowl of bat soup, haven't you?
No. And anyway, the thing that gets me is now calling a Japanese person a Jap, okay, shouldn't be considered offensive.
Yeah.
Why? Why would we consider it offensive? Only because you're at the same time trying to associate it with World War II propaganda and beyond.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm forgetting who said it, but
I will admit that World War II propaganda was slanted and it was very freaking racist.
like their eyes.
But it was normal. That was a normal way to handle.
You've got it wrong again. You've got it wrong again. It was slanted and racist.
No, I'm not going to play that right now.
Please stop with that one.
No, I've got one for you. Couple of things. First of all, forget news. I don't know who said it, but offence is never given; it is always taken.
Mm-hmm.
But over here, we have a term, chinkies. Do you know what that means?
Chinese shop.
Yeah, Chinese takeaway.
Yeah, I'm going down Chinkies.
Yeah, it's not the people who work there or their ethnicity; it's their food.
Yes. In fact, I've actually been to a couple of, as we can use the term, Chinkies, and it had some Hispanics behind the counter, and that was perfectly normal. In fact, my one has actually got a couple of Eastern Europeans that work there.
There's an Italian takeaway around our area.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to laugh, Jenson.
Go on.
It's staffed entirely by Cantonese.
Interesting.
Okay, let me ask this question.
Go on.
Right, Jensen, because you said a term that's not correct. Do you know where the term gook comes from?
Vietnam.
Nope.
Well, no, actually, gook would have been used in Korea before that, I believe. But no, actually, I do not.
It was used in Korea.
You
know why?
No.
Because as Americans pronounce Korean, all right, they have a term called migook.
Ah.
Okay, so they would run up to the Americans, migook, right? Mm-hmm. Well, migook in Korean is foreigner.
Yeah.
All right, but as Americans, if a guy's running up to you going migook, okay, you're a gook.
Yep, me gook.
Here's one for you. Do you know what a wop is?
Is that who you asking? Because I'm
asking Nomads.
Okay.
You're asking me what?
What is a
wop? Do you know what a wop is?
White Anglo-Protestant?
No.
No. In America, I believe it's somebody of Italian descent.
Yeah, an Itai.
In Australia, it's an acronym which stands for Westernized Oriental Person.
Over here we say WOG, not WOP.
Yeah, but we don't say it about people from Southeast Asia.
Well, it's not that. It's just this whole culture of taking a word and turning it into a pejorative. It's the same stupid shit they did with the OK symbol. When people sit there and we used to hold up OK, all right, as OK. Now, oh no, now it's a white supremacist. indicator.
Here's another thing for you, Nomad. Yeah, the minorities, black people, Asian people, Chinese people, Japanese people, getting offended at these words which they decide are pejoratives. And they come out with some quite colourful ones for white people. But you know what we do? We laugh at them.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what happens with most people, right? Because they just don't associate with it. But it really grinds me when these people go out there and go off on a tangent and then try to say
Actually,
there's a long history of that word of it being a pejorative and everything else. And I'm like, no, there's
so,
not a long history in that. It all
and even
stems
if
from
there is,
propaganda in World War II and afterwards. And quite
and
frankly, right, if you're bitching about it because after World War II too they continued. No shit, because there was a very hostile generation, all right, that had to get over their hatred of Japan, and it was a serious hatred here in the United States, all right. Especially the
I
number
think
of people that
I
died to the
think we should
Japanese
invent.
because the Japanese fought so freaking hard
Yeah.
and, quite frankly, used some really despicable tactics.
They actually made the apparently they actually made the Nazis a bit queasy. What they
What do you mean made them a bit queasy? You had one of the heroes of the rape of Nanking was John Rabb, or Rob, however you pronounce his name, right? And he was an ardent Nazi who had gone over there going, "My God, we got to put a stop to this." He was trying to hide the Chinese from the Japanese, who were just butchering these people in the city of Nanking.
Yeah. Talking about pejoratives, I think I've got a great one to use against lefties. You're a Jane Fonda, you are.
They take that as a compliment. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
but one thing I've found is you get a funny reaction if I'll be a few years ago. I've told you about this, Jenson. Somebody on a stream, that guy, called me a cracker.
Yeah.
And I stopped for a second, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's sniggering, and I stopped them. How dare you use that word? That is not your word. You cannot say that word. That is our word. You do not get to say it. He apologised to me.
Oh my
I
God.
had to let him know I was just joking.
Yeah.
But,
Well, okay. Right. As you guys pausing for a moment, you do know that dear old Timmy Pool actually wants to turn cis into a pejorative word.
I thought it already was.
No.
It's actually that when it first started getting used, that's exactly what it was being used for.
I know, but technically it is not. It was not a pejorative. He actually wants to have it treated as a pejorative.
I do.
I don't care. Then again, I've actually found that those three words are an outstanding way of treating all of this. I don't care.
It's stupid. Okay.
Hello, Matt Barkley.
It was
Couldn't be bothered to type.
and remains stupid.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean remains stupid? Actually, you notice, getting who said it was some watched recently. The ability to use a language, both written and oral, in the younger generations. I said plural. Is deteriorating.
Yes.
Noticeably.
Yes.
And rapidly. And that also means their ability to think is deteriorating at the same rate. So we're not stupid. We're getting stupider.
Yes.
And even that wasn't
bad.
correct.
And that's actually bad. Because after all, without the ability to communicate, we can't pass on information. Therefore, we can't pass on knowledge. And like you said, we get more and more stupid that way.
Like the more you limit somebody's speech, you limit their thinking.
Which is why they're doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons. But it's gotten to the point now.
That's why I refuse to use
you can't even
text speech. Do you know what I mean?
You can't even have conversations with people, all right, without somebody else taking massive offense for whatever happens out there, right?
Hold on a minute. I don't take offence at that.
I'm offended by you taking offence.
I said I don't take offence.
Yeah, exactly. I'm offended that you're not taking offence. How
Well,
dare
I'm not
you?
offended by your offence.
Good. This carries on to an infinite level, so let's stop it here.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, you're offended by me stopping it. Are you offended by me stopping it?
No, I'm offended by that strange sound.
You are
that comes from
offended. There you
Nomad's
go.
mouth.
You admitted offence.
No, I said
Gotcha.
I'm offended by that strange sound coming from Nomad's house.
Yes.
It sounded like a bee bouncing off a wall.
Well, that's how I feel, to be honest. This coughing that happens.
Have you got hay fever or something?
No, I've got a chest cold.
Have you?
Yeah. No, I could be wrong, but I believe that we are actually entering the allergy season for most of America. Is this correct?
It is
can
true.
I ask you another serious
getting
question,
into allergy
Nomad?
season, but I've got a chest cold.
Can I ask you another serious question, Nomad? Is it what the rest of the civilized world would call hot where you are at the moment?
No, it's about
in Celsius, please.
45, 50 degrees. Fahrenheit, not Celsius.
Yeah.
So it's not cold.
No.
No.
Yeah.
It's not bitter cold.
The warmer it is, the worse a cold will get.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
People say, "Oh, you get your worst colds in winter." No, you don't.
No.
Your worst colds in summer because
actually,
it's warm. Viruses like it when it's warm.
If you want to know what it is, mate, it's the change between the two. The body gets used to it a certain way. It fights against cold weather. And once it starts getting warm, then it weakens and has to readjust to that, and that's when you start getting the illnesses. But do carry on.
Well, in this case, it came from the fact that I traveled
in the
over the weekend last week.
Yes.
All right, and last week is when I picked it up. Because I was visiting the folks and doing some other stuff at work out in Nebraska where it was bitterly cold. It was 9 friggin' degrees one day.
Yeah. I think you probably caught the wildfire virus from The Walking Dead. Because that starts like a chest cold.
That'd be fun.
If I can infect people to become Walking Dead, heaven help you all.
If you could affect people in the United States to become Walking Dead, nobody would notice.
Oh, yes, they would.
Not
because
in Chicago.
I could control them then, and all hell would be breaking loose.
Controlling.
Well, you've just explained Joe Biden.
No, because I can't control that dumbass.
No, but somebody can.
I wouldn't necessarily say they can control him. They just push him in the right direction because
it's probably some mean-spirited little 8-year-old kid.
This is a fair statement.
$2. Where's my $2?
Matt reckons you got the zombie fungus.
Yes,
you are cordyceps.
Yes, he's going to climb. He's going to climb up a blade of grass and use his jaws to hold himself there.
Which would be hilarious to watch. You got to admit that much.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're currently taking the mickey out of the world in general, so do carry on, sir.
Well, it's just I can't understand how people can be so freaking ridiculous, right? And it's gotten to the point where everyone has to try and be special.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's got to be having some kind of malady, and if they can't, and if they don't, they're making maladies for themselves. There's people that are blinding themselves. There are people that are cutting off arms.
What about poor Sharati? She's got droid rot.
I mean, you could technically consider what they've got as a form of Munchausen syndrome.
No, I think it's we have entered the age of vanity.
Well, yeah, but it's out of control.
Yeah,
This kind of self-deluded mentality you got to take care of yourself. I understand that, all right? But when you think of only yourself and only yourself in all these other terms, and then you try to force other people to conform to your view that you want them to have of you, And if they
Nomad.
don't, you end up in a depression, or you end up claiming that somehow violence has
Nomad.
been pressed upon you.
Nomad. Down, boy. Down.
What do you mean
Right.
down?
First of all, I think it was Andy Warhol said, in the future, everybody's going to be famous for 15 minutes. He was right.
Yeah.
But that our modern technology and the ease of which we can get ourselves out there, exposed to the masses, as it were, that feeds into whatever vanity you have in you and stretches it out of proportion for a lot of people, especially the young.
Pause one moment. I just want you to note the total hypocrisy that you're saying this, seeing as we are on a
Very
social
small
media.
channel.
Doesn't matter. We are still a channel, and
Yeah,
we are still putting out
thing
our
is,
ego.
Nobody
Just
knows what I
pointing it out.
look like. Nobody knows my name. They only know the sound of my voice. I don't really care about being famous or anything. I only go on streams with people whose company I enjoy and Nomad. Notice what?
Yeah, I did.
What? You want me to respond to that?
I don't think anybody here is actually a real victim of that, because we do it for a laugh. We're not doing it to make ourselves famous.
This is fair.
Well, we're not doing it because we don't. We're doing this just so we can talk with some people that at least have some freaking common sense. People that understand that the world doesn't rise and set in their friggin' asshole.
Yep. And aside from Matt, Shirati, and Oz, we have yet to find people like that.
You
know. Oh yeah, and B.
I'd never accuse her of having common sense.
Not your B. The B in the chat.
Oh, BTV, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's nonsensical that we're going down these lanes. How stupid can people get that they get up there and they say, oh no, this is well documented and all this other stuff. Because I said, okay, give me an example. I told this guy, give me an example of nips being used as a pejorative. And his response was, oh, it's well documented, blah, blah, blah. Well, if it's so damn well documented and everything, why can't you give me an example?
I haven't read the documentation, blah, blah, blah.
Well, no, it's not that. It's like you don't have an example, all right, where this is really deep-seated, like I said, number one. Number two, yes, after World War II, propaganda, anti-Japanese propaganda or Nipponese propaganda continued for a little while, okay? But not for very long, to be honest. In less than a generation, most of that was gone. Not all of it, but most of it.
Yep.
Okay? And as far as things being stereotyped, guess what? Everyone is stereotyped. You can look at look anywhere in the world, all right? Take a look at China, take a look at Korea's comics, take a look at Russian comics, how they refer to America. And it's stereotyped. Every single one. And this includes you guys. When the first thing you talk about an American, what's the normal stereotype? Cowboy. Every single time you will find somebody that will refer to Americans as cowboy.
No, sorry, buddy cops.
Body cops?
Buddy cops.
Buddy cops. And the other option would be a gangster. But I can see what you're saying, Nomad. But Sharty, I believe Sharty sent you something in your DMs for tomorrow's news stream, mate.
A Putin confidant threatens an immediate nuclear strike? Where?
Yeah, bring it.
By nuclear strike, he means that they're going on an industrial action.
Well, this is for somebody,
an
immediate strike if he's somehow arrested in their country.
That's the advantage of the UK. You see, in a nuclear war, they'll aim the missiles at us, but our country's so small they'll miss.
If only that was true, that would be actually pretty awesome. That would be a really good defense.
Actually,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
with the
While that might
tectonic
be
motors
true, they
I have
might have been aiming for France.
actually with the
Mhm.
tectonic motors I have fitted to the United Kingdom, not
Mhm.
Northern Ireland, not the Republic of Ireland, but just the United Kingdom, we can dodge.
That's where you're getting it wrong. Okay, you should have fitted them to the Republic of Ireland, so when the nukes are launched at us, they throw themselves in the way and take the hit.
Well, no, because you see, as soon as the nukes come towards us, the tectonic motors will teleport the United Kingdom, and switch places with the Caribbean. We'll get all the sunshine and lovely weather. They'll get the nukes.
I can
That
see a
lovely
problem
weather
with your
that you talk
theory.
about includes full strength
Hurricane.
hurricanes.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. I can see a problem with what you're saying. It's a nice concept. Don't get me wrong.
Hold on,
Much
no,
love for that.
hold on a minute.
Mhm.
See, during hurricane season, we go somewhere else.
We invade the Caribbean, which is now where England was.
No, because that's a nuclear devastated area.
Are you talking about before or after the nukes hit? I'm just checking.
Well, after the nukes hit, it'd be devastated. Yeah,
No. Let's be fair. This is, certain islands are, shall we say, of questionable quality.
So you wouldn't notice.
Cough, cough, tea. Is it
Haiti,
Haiti? That's it. Yeah, that's the word.
Jamaica.
Haiti is
No,
not.
she came
Haiti is not an island.
I know it's half an island.
Yeah.
It's not even really half an island.
Yeah, they couldn't conquer the rest. Yeah, Haiti is the fault of the French.
It was. It has the basis of Tortuga and so forth. It's unfortunate.
Oh, hold on a minute. What's Sasquatch loving bastard's voice?
What?
Apparently, Shirati wants to hear some Sasquatch loving bastard's voice.
Does anyone know what the hell he's whispering on about?
I'm responding to Shirati in the chat.
Yeah, that must be right back near the beginning.
No, it's right down at the bottom.
Right down at the bottom, I've got two lots of Matt Barkley.
Yeah, you've got Matt Bartley and you've got Shirati.
No, I don't know. Oh, no. Now it says Dodge. Right.
No, because before that, before Matt Bartley's second comment about if we don't at least get one Hulk out of the end of the world, I'll be pissed.
Yeah.
She had, damn you bats, now I want to hear that Sasquatch loving bastard's voice.
Interesting.
Well,
I don't have
that's one
that.
thing that if you called Mad Dodge a Yankee, he would probably get upset.
He would.
He did.
This is also true.
I did frequently.
This is also very, very true.
As well as, accusing him of hating baseball.
Oh, he does. Oh, he did. He supported the Dodgers.
Or as I used to call them, the Dodgems.
Yeah.
To an American, that's bumper cars.
Dodgem is bumper cars?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because you've got to dodge the other cars.
Officially. But personally...
Both names...
Yeah. Personally, the plan is you start at one end and charge toward the other, screaming, ramming speed until you hit them head on.
No, I usually used to go a target, line them up perfectly so I'm behind them, and zoom forward silently.
Oh yeah.
Especially if it was somebody who was stupid enough to be taking a drink from a glass of Coke or some bottle of Coke rather.
You're on the ride with drinks?
Some people did. Yeah, if you think that's bad, apparently there are a stroke of genius of people going on those rides and taking selfies. Can you imagine how badly that will go?
Especially if I was there.
Oh yes.
Oh God! Especially if we were both there. broadsides from both sides.
Yep, pop like a zit. I love it.
I think that's insane.
Thank you.
Yep.
Well, I told you about the absolute geniuses that thought it'd be funny to take selfies as close as they can to a train charging towards them, didn't I?
Yeah. Mind a friend of mine on call it roller coaster, the one that do the loop.
Yeah.
He suffered a mild concussion because of some old guy about four or five cars back.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, apparently the old guy was laughing his head off when at the top of the loop his teeth fell out, and at the bottom of the loop hit my mate on the back of the head.
Sweet shot.
He wasn't saying that.
No, but come on, that's not bad.
7
He
stitches
got
and I
bit
believe
by a guy.
7 stitches and he's still got the scar.
Yeah, but he literally got bit by a guy 4 cars away. That is awesome.
That's basically God hates you.
Yes. You have been smote, son bitch.
You guys are insane. Anyway,
Yes.
I've got to let you guys go because I got to work now.
Have you?
Right.
Oh, is
No
that what
problem,
you
mate.
call it?
Meetings have intruded once more. So I'll
Yeah,
talk to you guys
in
later.
that case, see you later.
Have a good one.
Bye,
Hope you get
everyone.
over that cold quickly.
Yeah. You look after yourself, mate, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody, and I hope you had a little bit of fun listening to our random rants.
Oh,
See you next time.
and for a
Bye-bye.
change, I'm going to be pleasant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please turn out the lights and close the doors on your way out, please. Thank you very much. Now,
Bye-bye.
sod off!